Welcome back to another episode of the Cage Walk podcast with Kayla, presented by OddSmoker MMA. Right now, I've got Johnny Slaughter here with me. How are you doing today?
Good. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Great to be talking to you.
Yes, I'm so excited. I feel like it's been forever since we've talked.
Yeah. Been a little minute. Been a little minute.
Yes. For those who don't know, Johnny is one of the first fighters that I've sponsored. Super glad to have him part of OddSmoker MMA and seeing him grow and watch his fighting career take off. Glad we finally worked out to get you on, though.
Yeah. It's all timing. It's all timing always come out good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it happened when it's supposed to happen. So hey, it's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's start with what got you into boxing.
Well,
No.
I say what had got me into fighting was my daughter, she finna turn 2 the 28th, well, tomorrow. She finna turn 2 tomorrow. So 2 years ago, I was working, and I was just like, man, I gotta do something. I just couldn't just go home and just sit around knowing that she finna be born. So I was like, like I was just one day I was just talking. I was telling somebody at my job, I was like, man, I want to sign up, to fight and stuff. Then make a long story short, he had told me about Relentless, the gym and stuff. I signed up, and then ever since then, I've been just going, and I wasn't just having no other way.
That's awesome. Relentless, great gym. Obviously, I know you'll shout out Jake Reeves, but I think
Oh
Jake Reeves is
yeah,
a phenomenal coach.
oh yeah,
He's got
for sure.
fighters and yeah, got y'all in a great mindset, know what he's doing. It's always a pleasure to talk to Jake.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure, for sure.
so you have an upcoming fight June 7th for TCB, um, which will be held at Hollywood Casino in Tunica.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I feel like I've been having a great camp. I'm in great shape, heading into it. So I mean, I feel good mentally, and just it's not just all about just finishing this week off strong, and then heading the next week just be able to just maintain and just work on the little things that I'm gonna do going inside of the fight.
During this camp, has there been any challenges that you've really had to focus on?
I say just little things that I feel like when I went back and watched like my last two fights. I said things that I took from those that I feel like with this fight, if I add those things into here, I feel like I should be able to get a finish.
Well, I'm super excited to see the outcome of this fight.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. So with different things, that obviously every fighter can improve after each fight. There's always something to work on. Pressure during a fight. How do you handle that?
I just tell myself, I got a good team, but I always just tell myself that it's just another day. That this is what we do every day, and it is like as a fighter, you got to understand that it don't matter where you find it or the venue or who is against it. Let the the outsiders and let the people that support you, they can handle all that, the talking and all that. Just as far as a fighter, me, I just tell myself it's another day, and as long as I just go in and just do what I do, and I know that I put the work in every day, mentally I be able to handle it pretty good.
Yeah, and that's a great viewpoint. Keep doing that, man. I know you're going to do great things in
Yes,
your
sir.
career.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just take it one day at a time.
Absolutely, that's all it is, one day at a time. In your career so far, what has been your most challenging fight?
My most challenging fight. Hmm. I say my first fight simply because I didn't really know like what to just mentally like what to handle. I feel like that's really what fighting really most like 80% of it is mental. Like if you just in your head like this and that before the fight, then once you get in there, it's like it's just all the energy that you expand and thinking about stuff that don't matter, it can affect you and affect how you perform in the ring. So I feel like my first fight, I just took like the mental, just knowing that it's just another day, not to just rush and not to be in my head and just knowing that I got a good team, we always working. So just knowing just taking it day by day and not if as long as I just stay mentally sharp, then everything gonna be okay.
I love it. So let's go back. Your first fight versus the one coming up. Talking about the mental aspect of it, because like you said, I mean, to have that mental aspect is a huge part of it. So when the first time you walk to the cage or the ring,
Yeah.
versus you walking to the ring now, how different is it? What's going through your mind the first time? What went through your mind the first time, and what goes through your mind now?
I say like my my first fight. I say like what going through my head backstage. I was just like listen to the music. Other folk walk out. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I just want to go out there and just finish them. Basically, I was just like trying to just go and just rush and just try to force a finish. Like it's gonna happen instead of me just going out there like okay, let me take my time. And just work on what we've been working on through camp, like certain combos and actually, just being cool, calm, and relaxed to me, just going out there like from the jump, like a train, just choo choo, just going hard from the start. Just being more cool, calm, just better to just better just flow with it, and like once certain stuff come, then better just okay explode, and then okay now relax, explode, relax to the me just explodes, being quick, fast, being able to just relax and better pace my fight and better pace myself, the whole fight.
And that's a great mental aspect, um, most definitely. Um, what what where do you want to see your career go? You're an amateur boxer. You're new at this. What do you kind of have a plan of like where you want this to take you? Do you want to do MMA? Do you want to stick
Yep.
just to boxing?
Yeah, I say all what I'm doing now, my boxing fights and my kickboxing fights, all of it is just to prepare me for when I eventually get to MMA. So yeah, I say my plan is to overall eventually do MMA, to go go pro and stuff. The MMA game instead of like boxing. I just want to get as many boxing, kickboxing fights, like striking wise fights, as I can while I'm building up, and doing MMA as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, from the time I met you to now, I've always wondered if you would go MMA or if you wanted to stick with boxing, just go pro boxer, or And I know Relentless is gonna get you to where you want. Whatever you want, they're gonna help you get there. So
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we got like the same. Well, I know like the direction and stuff with how like they want, and I feel like we just got like the same mindset as to as the stuff that we want to accomplish and working together. So I feel like it's a great team. We can I like I said on my past interviews, I feel like this is gonna be my year. I just want to keep on just building and stacking, and just keep on getting W's, and not only W's, but just being able to be a better person, fighter. You know what I'm saying? To everybody, and just show people there's more than just yeah, it's fine, but how do you treat people, and and how can you just make other people as they go by good along the journey.
man, you keep that mindset going. You're going places for real. You're one of the
Uh,
most down to earth people. You've got respect for people. You don't try to cause nothing with your opponent. I like a last couple interviews that I've had. It's all love. When
yeah,
you get inside the ring, y'all gonna punch each other in the face.
yeah,
But at
yeah.
the end of the day,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter if you can talk trash or you can, just, I mean, be whatever, be cordial. At the end of the day, you can talk trash and do that. You still got to go in there and do the same thing, punch each other in the face. So, hey,
exactly. And then y'all just hug it
just
out at
another
the
day.
end. There's a
Yep.
couple more questions. I know you're on break. I want to make sure you're able to eat and stuff and get back in on time. After a fight, what's your favorite way to unwind?
Uh, I say, I say probably just, eat, find me like a good meal that I like, and just probably just watch a little TV.
Do you have a favorite meal?
Um, Yeah, like after a fight, my go-to have been the last couple times have been like pizza. Like I go and get a flatbread pizza.
Can't go wrong with pizza. I love me some
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, cause it ain't nothing too much, and I just feel like it's something good after a fight. I just I don't eat it that often.
Yeah. And besides your daughter, who else motivates you to keep fighting?
I say like just everybody that support me, my family and stuff. Things like growing up, just watching, seeing how hard my mom and stuff go and stuff like that. They just make me, even to this day, just go hard, go to the gym every day, and just knowing like why not, why can I go hard?
Good. Anyone that before we get off here, anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, I say shout out to Relentless, Coach Jake, the coaches over there, the team, the guys, smokers. I appreciate y'all, for what y'all do. And Sugarlock, stand up, that's where I'm from, Sugarlock. So, it's a small town, so I just say shout out to, y'all, hey, we just, I'm on a mission, just keep on just being great day by day and just seeing how far that, we can take it.
Where can we, my followers and new viewers find you on social media?
My Instagram is Slaughter_era and my Facebook is Johnny Slaughter.
All right, y'all. Well, make sure follow Johnny on all socials. Follow his journey in his fighting career. See, keep following where he ends up in life with it. Also, make sure to follow Relentless. And if you're in the area, give them a shot. Fantastic gym.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
and as And as always, y'all can find us at OddSmoker MMA, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We have it all. Reach out for your needs of graphic designs or anything. Johnny, I know this was super, super short, but I know you're on break. You got to eat and whatnot. So thank
Yep.
you so much for taking the time to jump on with me. And I can't wait for your fight coming up in what, a week and a half?
Yeah, a week and a half.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, and I appreciate you for having me.
Of course, of course. Bye bye.
All right.